From the Detroit Free Press, it's Wednesday, March 17th. Here are today's top stories.
Presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Ford Motor Company announced Tuesday the 2021 F-150 police responder, which reaches 120 miles per hour and offers more control when police are taking corners at high rates of speed. This announcement comes just in time for government bid cycles this spring. The pursuit-rated pickup also has a police engine idle feature that allows officers to remove the vehicle key and leave the truck running while keeping power to lights and sirens. This vehicle was designed also to allow departments to tow boats, horse trailers, and mobile command centers when needed and on a moment's notice. See freep.com for more.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Rottweilers took the top spot among popular American Kennel Club dog breeds for the first time in Detroit. The club's executive secretary said she's excited to see the Rottweiler holding the top spot for a change. Rottweilers, she said, are naturally playful, gentle, and loving to their families, and they make good guard dogs. To some, though, that's a nice way of acknowledging that the breed can be aggressive. Some communities have banned the breed, and some studies show the breed is responsible for the second highest number of fatal attacks on people, followed by German Shepherds. Pit Bulls had the highest number of attacks by far. Still, the negative reports haven't hurt the breed's popularity, which has been gradually climbing the rankings. It was number 2 for 2 consecutive years in Detroit. This year, it finally made it to number 1 spot, pushing the German Shepherd down to number 3. Rounding out the top 5, the French Bulldog, the Frenchie, jumped from number 7 to number 2, the Golden Retriever was number 4, and the Bulldog number 5. Nationwide, the most popular dog was the Labrador Retriever, which has held the top spot for 30 years.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Keith Matheny. How disruptive are invasive quagga mussels to life in the Great Lakes? More than scientists ever before realized. The quaggas, who got here in Eastern European ship ballast water decades ago, have expanded throughout the Great Lakes, breeding prodigiously and filtering the water as they feed. New research from the University of Minnesota Duluth points out just how incredibly massive the quagga's influence has been. The study looks at phosphorus, a key mineral that serves as a regulator of Great Lakes ecology. Too much of it and you get harmful algae blooms, not enough and fish production decreases. The researchers found quagga mussels now control the cycles of phosphorus over the entirety of the lower 4 Great Lakes, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. That's more than 3 quadrillion gallons of water. This affects the smallest aquatic organisms, the smaller fish that eat them, and the big prize sports fish that fuel a $7 billion Great Lakes fishery.
I am Andrew Hammond with the Free Press Sports Department. The Detroit Lions officially said goodbye to 2 players and saved about $6.3 million in the process. The club announced that they have released Danny Shelton and are planning to release backup quarterback Chase Daniel. Shelton played 12 games last season for the Lions, collecting 1 sack and 37 tackles. Daniel, the longtime backup for teams including the Bears, Saints, and Chiefs, saw action in 4 games, throwing for 264 yards and 1 touchdown last season. The now former Detroit Lions wide receiver Marvin Jones signed a 2-year, $14.5 million contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars on Tuesday. With subtractions come additions, as the Jared Goff-Matthew Stafford trade that was made on January 30th is now official. It is the first deal in NFL history that involves 2 former number 1 overall draft picks. Along with Goff, the Detroit Lions receive a 3rd-round pick in this year's draft, a 1st-round pick in next year's draft, and a 1st-round pick in 2023.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.